afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to some heartbreaking battles. Yes, we have some truly heartbreaking battles. The kind of battles where you just want to break your device after. So we've got two battles, two replays for you. And the first up, we have an Object 263 driven by Arca in the 263 in the Ghost Factory map. Yes, the new one of the new maps, newish map. So he's pushed to the left side. Now, if you look at the enemy team lineups, it looks pretty even, to be honest. It is pretty even. Same amount of heavies, only one light tank on each team. You don't really, this side of the map, I mean, most usually go left. You usually go to the left side of the map. But with the most, with a sort of a team full of heavies, both the teams have decided to come this side of the map, which I do like this map because it is one of those maps where it doesn't really matter where you go, and I like that with maps. I hate the maps where you have to go left. You have to go left or you have to go right. That is the way it's gonna be. There's a whole map, and it's nice to see the whole map being used, not just a little section. And with this map in particular, you can go left, you can go right, or you can even go into the middle, into the factory itself. And that's what I love about this map. Like, you just don't know where the match is going to take place. And as you can see, this time it's going to be taken on the right side. But the problem is the enemy light tank has gone round the other side of the map, so he is capping. Well, he's not capping right now. I'm not sure why he's there we go. You can see the A cap now being taken over, or contested at least. They're both, the light tanks are there fighting it out. The bat chat is fighting it out. He's not giving up that cap easily against the T100 there, and you could both see them. They're having their own little fight around there. I'm thinking the T1 heavy, the T100, sorry, is going to take the victory because of the DPM, basically. But whilst that little fight is going on in that corner there, the heavies and the tank destroyers are taking it out this side, and there goes the bat chat. He put up a good fight, but unfortunately wasn't able to clear that guy. But he's got his hit points down almost to a one shot. So the best thing about the Object 263, it used to be known as the YOLO wagon, and that's because you just YOLO in it. You just YOLO, and you used to just be able to get bounce after bounce after bounce. And as you can see, he's still pretty much, well, he is still full hit points, but he has blocked 1700 damage, and now he's going to get behind these guys. So he's getting behind the chieftain, and again he gets a nice bounce there from the Hori, and behind this chieftain here, he's just going to spam him with HE, and just look at his hit points vanish. But his team, however, have not managed to hold the game, and it is now a 3 versus 5. There are a couple of one shots, there's a couple of low hit point tanks. You got the chieftain, you got the T100 as well, and I love the way he's playing this. Like, he's letting his team do the take the damage whilst they are getting shot. He's then going to come out and take the shot into them, and he's just going to do the Hori now. Now, hopefully he should have the Hori on a reload. He is a 1 versus 4 at this time, so it's already going to be very, very difficult task. But he's now on 5.2k damage, 5,200 damage. He's done a great job, and at the moment he is still full hit points, but there is still another 2 tanks. Now, I love the fact that he's looking at running away from this guy. He knows that there are tanks around. He's looking at just creating a little bit of distance, and I think he really wants to take care of the light tank, because the light tank is going to be very, very dangerous. And look who it is. Look who's come just as we wanted him to come around, and he's there, and he doesn't take too much damage, to be honest. He has taken a shot there from each of the tanks. He is still on 1,000 hit points. However, this chieftain he's still doing damage, but he's not the he's not the smartest of players, as I say, and he is going to get a nice bounce, and he gets a nice high roll there. So the enemy have 3 supremacy bases. He's now done a remarkable job at 7,500 damage, and even the FV there, nice. Yes, it was nice indeed. But this Super Conqueror has a lot of hit points left. There's only 2.5 minutes left on the clock, and with the enemy having 3 supremacy bases and capturing the 4th, it's already going to be a tough opportunity. Well, it's going to be tough work. It's going to be tough work. We've got to hope now that this Super Conqueror isn't the best of players either. So he is going to sit on cap C just to stop the supremacy points going up as quick as they are. And again, he gets a beautiful bounce there, 3,300 block damage. But the Super Conqueror looks like he knows what he's doing. Lovely side scraping there from the Super Conqueror. And before you know it, now the Super Conqueror, he's just going to rush. There's no need for him to hide. He's a one-shot and he just needs to push forward, and he is going to get there. Unfortunately, he does bounce a few shots there, but I wouldn't have thought it would have made a difference. So almost 4,000 block damage, but that block damage just wasn't enough. But he does finish on 8,300 damage, and as we said, the Super Conqueror actually had a really, really good game, and he definitely won it for the team there at 5,700 damage. I can't view if he'd aced that tank. I'm guessing he has aced that tank with the 4 kills as well, because it's on NA, I believe, and I'm on EU. I can't see the how they got on, but nevertheless, fantastic game there from Arca. 8,300 damage and a well-deserved ace. So moving on, we now have the Chieftain Mark 6, driven by MK0313 in a platoon with Animal in the Super Conqueror. Now, these two tanks in a platoon is actually really, really good. Both of these tanks, you can either drive 2 Chieftains, 2 Super Conquerors, or mix them up. Because they're both brilliant tanks. I prefer the Super Conqueror now, but the Chieftain is still a fantastic tank. And we're going to see it is again, like the first one, it's a brilliant battle, an absolute brilliant battle, but it is a heartache battle as well. So again, new map, and they are pushing toward the right side. And again, this map, I'm still getting used to the map. I don't play the game as much as I used to, which means I haven't really run into this map so often. But usually when I have played the map, every single battle is played around this side of the map. So already the T62A has been spotted. I love the fact that they are also pushing together. They're together and they're looking at going for the same target, but unfortunately his Super Conqueror now is just getting torn apart from the M5 Yo there, so which is unfortunate because he's lost some hit points when they didn't really need to lose that many hit points this early on into the game. Now he has to back up because the M5 Yo has reloaded, and he's using now the turret. He's using the gun depression to get the shots off on the Death Star. And if you can see, his platoon mate again has lost a lot of hit points. These are tanks with brilliant turrets, brilliant gun depression, and if you get on the ridge line just like that, you can get the bounces. And I think that his platoon mate should have really stayed with him here on a ridge line and just getting bounces. I mean, he gets that bounce from the Death Star. Of course, you can still get penetrated. It's a bit easier to get penetrated in the Chieftain than it is the Super Conqueror, because you do have that hatch as well. So the Death Star is now a one-shot. Beautiful shot there into the Yo. Love the use of the HE, the Hesh. He's not afraid to use the Hesh. And there goes the second tank, the T54E1. The 121 report. So yeah, he's not happy with the 121 there. So now, I mean, the only thing I don't really like about this battle so far is they haven't really, apart from the very start, they haven't worked well as a team, as a platoon mate. And they should have been sort of going for the same targets. Only now, when his platoon mate is a one-shot, pretty much dead, they are starting to sort of work together. Here comes the Leopard. The Leopard shouldn't have pushed like that, and he is now gone. So now the Tortoise is very low hit points, so he is able to get a side shot or hatch shot into him, gets a nice bounce as well. So that's 1,300 block damage, and there goes the Tortoise. So now they are working well together. They are working well together. They're focusing the same tank, and he's trying to keep his platoon mate alive. So it's a 3 versus 3 now. There goes the Death Star. It is a 3 versus 3, but of course his platoon mate is a one shot, and he's going to get killed very, very quickly. And there he goes, the Yo. The M6 Yo takes him out. So now it's just the 121 versus and him. versus these 3 tanks. But the 121 has just pretty much lost all of his hit points, but that means the 60 TP is reloading, so he is able to push forward. Again, I would leave the the M6 Yo for now to go for the M5 Yo, who is a one-shot, but he is very low hit points. I mean, he's only on 900 hit points, so that is 1 magazine for each of these tanks, and when they're together, the M6 Yo and the M5 Yo together, this is going to be a very difficult ask. He needs to bounce quite a few shots, and of course he really needs to take care of that M5 Yo. He is going to do that. He's going to do that for his 3rd kill. He's now on 5,900 damage, but he still needs some bounces. And again, love the use of the Hesh. I love the fact that he is looking at using the Hesh. Now this M6 Yo has the 3 shell autoloader, so he knows he's still got 2 shells left unless he's reloaded. There's the 2nd shell. He's got 1 shell left, which means he cannot clear him with this shell, but he is going to penetrate him. So now he is a one-shot. He has to try and use this Hesh, and he has to get a high roll with this next Hesh. He has to go for the Hesh. He has to do it. He does. Unfortunately, look at that roll. 10 HP. Just 10. How disappointing is that, and how upsetting would you be if that was you with that Hesh roll? At least he tried with the Hesh roll. Not many people would actually try using the Hesh. He knew he had to use the Hesh. He knew he had to penetrate, and he knew he had to high roll. Unfortunately, 10 HP left. Very, very unfortunate, but nevertheless a fantastic game at 8,100 damage. I do think that that could have been a win if they would have just worked a bit more together, but nevertheless it's still an outstanding game. So thank you guys for sending me those replays. There'll be some more OP replays, Heartbreakers, probably next week now, because I need to focus on making my daily videos for this week. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. With